Amazing, we're live. Here we go, guys. Yes, the game is running. Okay, so I found a nice free Saturday afternoon to do a little bit more of a stream for the city of Bridgewater. And right now we are focused on our downtown, our brand new downtown. We've created some skyscrapers and we want to finish this up today. I'm not going to finish the left side here. There's just too much to do and I don't know exactly what I want to do with it. But I will kind of fill in some of the gaps here beside the train station on the other side and try to make it look a little bit complete so that this episode can wrap itself up. This has been a long build and I've bitten off a lot. So hopefully we can get going. Now you can see there's a train here that's completely white. Something happened when I think it was Tygon's rail pack got updated, and so now some of these trains are broken. I thought I had fixed it, but obviously we still have to work on that. That's okay. That's not the focus of today. Today's focus is getting the last few buildings into the downtown, make it look a little more dense, and then maybe if we have time today, we'll try to finish the detailing with trees and all that good stuff. So let's dive right in. First thing I want to do is I want to define the area that I'm working on today, and I think there's no better way to do that than running a district. So we're going to just select basically what we've done so far. I want to ignore this bottom part here, so we're just going to go up. We're going to go up the street here and stick it to the top of the plateau here. And somebody's having a fire outside. I'm seeing smoke go right past my window. Let me check that my house is not on fire. I'm betting it's a neighbor, but it's always worth a check, isn't it? Okay, so we'll continue to finish up this district, and I think what we're going to do is stick to the top of the raised section here. We'll come all the way down. Okay, so we have Green Acres. That's obviously not a super wonderful name, so we'll just, for now, we're going to call this downtown. Very original, very exciting. Do we want to restrict bikes? No. Ban combustion engines? No. Energy consumption is reduced by 5%. Why not? Gated community? Heavy traffic? No. Recycling? Yes. With that, hold on. It reduces the amount of used resources but decreases free time. That seems like it's going to hurt happiness. We'll see how it goes. Roadside parking fee. Yeah, I think we want to discourage cars on the road here. And I don't think we want to reduce, I don't think we want speed bumps in downtown. That just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. So let's kind of take a closer peek in here. What do we need to finish? I feel like this is pretty complete on this side. I feel like kind of the whole bottom part of this town is basically done up to the railway tracks here. There's a little pocket up here we need to finish. These little tiny little pockets. I don't even know if we can get anything in here. I don't think so. But there are definitely, things like up here in this little crescent. So we're going to try to just finish that today. So where do we start? Let's start behind here. And I think it makes sense to put a bit of a tower in here. So let's see what kind of space we're working with. We've got basically a 6x6 pocket, but do I want to have the whole thing as a building? No, probably want to leave some parking. So let's fit the parking in first. And ideally something long and narrow. Maybe this this solar panel parking lot, although I'm not sure we're gonna get enough solar lighting underneath the track there, although we're probably not going to be under the track. Let's see what else we've got. Yeah, I don't actually mind that. There's the modest, it's the wrong orientation basically. My monitor's doing funny things. Keeps turning on and off again. Let's see, this is a little too big for that space. A long one, ooh, that might actually fit in quite perfectly underneath. And I wonder if we can get one parallel to it behind. I know that's gonna overlap a bit. Oh, I see, okay, I can actually come in here. So let's see about another parking lot that would fit this area. It's hard to actually see in this view. That's pretty good as far as fitting things in here. We can tighten that up. And yeah. Also, I really don't like the fact that there's fences on these. So we're gonna take out the fence. And there's also all this vegetation here that's kind of impacting the parking lot. So I wonder if I can remove that, or is it gonna try to remove everything? And how do I select it? Let's find out. We do need the sub elements, but it might be one of these. No. 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 What is this? No. Let me click over here and see what we can find. Oh, there we go. And we'll probably come back and put some trees and bushes back at some point, but right now that seems like a great use of our resources. I also kind of want to make it look like there's a pathway. I know this is not detailing time, but it kind of makes sense that while we're here, we don't want to forget about it. And I think if we just do a pathway right from here over, it's not the nicest looking thing, so we'll take that out. Now how do I get in there? This is always the challenge. Which button is it? Oh, it's networks, isn't it? This one. Isn't it? I guess not. Oh, there it is. So actually what I'm going to do is just expand that existing pathway. The surface. Yeah, so if we create just another node, and I want to just grab that one. And hit 90. And then this one, same deal. How does that look? Yeah, it's pretty reasonable. We just gotta get that tree out of there. I wonder if Move It can help me out here. No, cannot. Alright, well, we'll come back and we'll detail that with a little bit more trees. This is fine for now. Let's get our tower in. So how much space are we working with now? We've got about 5 spaces. So let's go search for a tower. We're going to get some filters on. We're going to go into buildings. We're going to go into, I think we'll leave it at all because we don't know if it's going to be residential or office. And filters, we want the lot width, 5. Depth, I think probably is also 5. And we do want the tall guys. So there's E residential. That's a big tower, but it kind of fits into this area. So I'm not too worried about that. I do want it to be flush with the road, however. And I think we want a level 3 or something like that. What do we have here? That's horrible colors. North American. That's a little, well, actually, kind of is a match for a downtown, so I might allow that one. What else do we have? Residential low. This is low density. Yeah, you know what? Or low rent, rather. Kind of makes sense that we'd be low density in this area, although I don't love the way these buildings look. Because it's between 2 train tracks, subway lines, kind of gross. But no, I think we'll stick with this one. We'll just recolor it. We'll get it flush here. We'll scoot it over. And we'll try to bring it off the road to touch. And how do we like that? Yes, we have an unused pocket in the back there. Not sure what we can actually do with that. We might just populate it with some trees and let it be a backyard for these people. I don't suppose I can move this farther off the road. No, I don't think so. Okay, but we have to recolor this. So let's see, what is this gonna do for us? I don't love that. Let's see, what is this one? Gray. This could become a very gray downtown, but it's not the end of the world. What about something like the Docklands? It's got a bit of green in it. That's a very stark white, but hey, it's not bad. Okay, so we've kind of populated this area. And we have a touch of a spot here, but the problem is with this retaining wall and the train tracks behind it, there's no way to get a road in here, as far as I know. So, you know what? It's a big building. We should give them some amenities. So I wonder if we have a pool of some kind. I'll have to find it under props, I'm guessing. Oh. Here we go. There's a community pool. That's too big. Oh, this might fit quite nicely in here. I wonder, where is the entrance? Oh, it's on the back side. There's a stairway. So kind of might just pop it over here and try to center that. I'll line it up with the building itself. Now, we've got this. How's that look? Don't love the color, but we can change that. Very, very stark white. We'll maybe tone that down just a touch. That's the top of the building. This is the inside. It's this one I want. Always the last one you choose, right? Okay, that's maybe a bit better. Yeah, okay. So now we have a pool. It's a prop, so it's not going to actually do anything, but it kind of works. Now, one thing I notice is we've got this surface here underneath the subway tracks. It doesn't belong there, so we're going to adjust that. And see, it's a rather large one, so what I'm trying to do is maybe just remove some of those nodes. And I don't want to hit the pool, but if I just go carefully, I'm sure I can get this the way I want it. So that's selecting 2 there. Just move this for a second and remove that. This is, I think, the riverbed texture from, I forget his name. Awesome content creator. Did the racetrack a little while ago. So maybe we just sneak this closer here. And then this one also needs to come out. It doesn't need to be under a raised section of the subway track. Oh, I love watching trains go by. That's one of my favorite things to do in this game, is just train watch. Oh, what did we do? I think I just deleted the whole thing accidentally. Yeah, I think we took out we took out the gravel section, which, okay, stuff happens. What are you gonna do? We'll figure that out. So let's go back and find the gravel. Now, which one is it? Is it gravel thick? Gravel light? Track gravel thin, I don't think is going to do it for us. I don't think it'll be thick enough. Let's try the thick and see how that goes. We'll just kind of make a little area. Sure. Actually, I got a better idea. Let's go over to this side and select. Oh, did I delete it on this side too? Wow. That was a faux pas. Okay. That's all right. Let's bounce over to our railway yard and see if we can get it from here. Which gravel are we using here? Let's select the picker, and we'll get surfaces on. Small gravel, thin patches. That's what we want. Small gravel, thin patches. I should have just selected it, because now I don't see it. Small gravel, thin patches. Oh, here we go. That's the one. Okay, and we just want it under the train tracks. We want it kind of inside the other surface. I actually do want it underneath the subway track on this side. And I'm going to do this in 2 halves so I don't break everything again like I just did. So that looks a little better. And then we'll do it on this side as well. And this just makes it look like a little touch more realistic, because then you would see track gravel underneath the railway lines, I think. At least that's my experience. I would think less of it in a downtown area, but probably not a bad idea just to leave this as is. I'm going to pull this in a bit. Great, I think that's a touch better. Okay, we fixed it. Now, great, we've got people parking up here. This is being used. We've got a little bit of empty space in the back here. That's okay. There's maybe space for a touch of parking over here. Oh no, I can't get anything in here because there's no road access. So we might just have to leave that as a... I wonder if we want to get paths through the back here. Let's do that. If I can, even. Where would we go? Have to go around behind the crematorium here, and it's not looking like it wants to snap to that existing what looks like a pathway. I don't think it's an actual pathway, but hey, here's what we can do. Let's snap to the sides of buildings, and there you go. Doesn't seem to want us. Oh, there's this side. This is the side. There we go. And yeah, we can come right around the back of the parking lot. Snap there. And I kind of want this to actually connect. So I do like that. That's not terrible. Although this surface, something happened here where the parking lot surface extended. I don't know if we can actually do anything about that. It's probably something we're just going to cover with trees. Okay, so there's a bit of ability to get through now. And we might actually want to put a pathway this direction as well. There's way too many crosswalks here. We don't need really any of these. So let's take some of those out. Yeah, do we ever need anyone to be on the other side of the road? Maybe, but not here, I don't think. Yeah, I'm not seeing a need for that, and we'll take that one out as well. Get better, better, better. Okay, and we'll fill that with trees at some point. Okay, now what do we have over here? This block, it's a little bit ripe for some detailing. I don't know if I want to push the parking lot over, because that's going to make it have a very funny exit here. But I kind of do want to make use of all the extra space on the side here. Well, let's see what that looks like. Oh no, wait a minute. I know better. See, what happens is the cars are all parked up there in a circle. And if you use move it to shift this over, all those cars are going to float in midair. So I wonder, I'm going to turn anarchy off just as a safety. I wonder if I can move this over a touch. I'll need anarchy. Let's see what happens. Oh, I messed it up. Look at that. Okay. Shouldn't have touched it. Should not have touched it. That was a silly thing to do. But that's okay. Now at least we can get a few more buildings in here. And I'm going to just adjust the time of day so that we can actually see what we're working with here. There we go. And now we have it looks like a 2 depth. And so let's see if we want to keep going maybe with these buildings here, the urban promenades, I think that's called. That's what it's called. Is that going to align properly to the right side? Yes, if we're good. Did it come a little touch over? Could scoot back a bit. There we go. And now we get some buildings in the middle here. We want some thin ones, so I have to go and search for that. And we're going to do 2 deep. I don't actually care about the width. We're going to select urban promenades, and we want a middle segment. So here we go, 2x2, 3x2. It's a really low though. I think we're gonna need level 3 to be at the proper height that we're looking for. And this might, oh, it's a touch. If I take all my snaps off, yeah, I think we can fudge it a touch. Oh, it's just not quite there. I might have to do 2 of these, which is fine. 2 3s. There's let's kind of try to match in the middle. I didn't quite. I'm so picky about these things. Okay, close enough. So, all right, now we've created a little bit of an area in here. Actually, that looks fantastic from ground level. So we'll keep it. Very nice. Okay. And we've taken advantage of a little bit more space. There's a little corner here. How much space do we have? We have about 3, maybe 3 by 3 is probably the realistic answer. But let's just keep going with this beautiful urban promenade stuff. Okay. I'm not actually sure this is going to match too well. I think no, we're not going to overdo it with the urban promenades. We're going to try to make this a little bit more like the rest of the downtown. And this building doesn't need to move a bit. I think we're going to move it just a touch. And then we can start using some of the German assets that we've been using. And I think we want to go as deep as possible, right? Probably not necessary, actually. But maybe a 3 by 3. Let's go back to our templates. Where's our corner 3 by 3? This should be fine. I know it's a level 4, but that's fine. And if we get one in there and another on the other corner, that would be pretty neat. And now we need some maybe 2 by 2s, 2 by 3s. There we go. Does that look integrated? I might actually move this. Kind of like the front of that building though. Can we move it back even? It's a little close to the railroad. Oh, we got tons of room. Okay, now we got a nice different facade here. And we can recolor it, so we'll pull any of our existing German buildings that we've colored. Paint. Okay, and we have a problem with, oh, I see, we're way too close into there. Better? Too close? Close enough? It's alright. I think it's alright. Okay, great. We filled that hole. There's a tiny hole here. Let's see. Let's see if we can see. Yep. And how deep is that? It's pretty deep. And I think we're just going to try to use the German again. Yeah. Might only be one building there. Or do we want something different? Park? Park might be nice. Let's see what parks fit in here. Large is probably too large, but let's see if we have a suitable pocket size. Oh, that might fit. Let's see how that actually looks. I'm not sure a playground is the thing right beside a downtown train station. No, that's silly. Can't imagine a lot of parents taking their kids there. Let's go small. Ooh, I wonder, sports? No, I don't think that makes sense. Outdoor gym's way too small. This is, it's a fit, but I don't think a basketball court is really the thing for this area. We'll go to small parks. It's gonna be too big. Tiny is too tiny. We need something 3 wide. Could I just do 3 of these? 1, 2, 3, maybe. These are absolutely god-awful ugly. Dog park. Ooh, it's the wrong orientation though. Hilly playground won't fit. Yeah, and then these become really tiny. So I think we'll ooh, how deep is this? That's a wide one. Oh, too bad it doesn't flip the other way. That's 4 deep, I think. Oh, and that's too long. Okay, bummer. No worries. We're gonna just go with the plan here. Too bad they don't look the same. Can I play with it until I get the same? Which one do I want? The trees are kind of cool, but this is a little much. I think that's close enough. Yeah, that'll be really interesting there. Do we want to adjust the... No, we'll put some trees in there. Okay, great. And then at this corner, yeah, we're a little tight here. I don't know if I want to just do another pool. That might be a little too uniform and boring. Let's just search for props here. Props, props, props. And what do we want? We want maybe some park props. Homeless encampment? Nah. Campfire? No, not downtown. That would probably be illegal in an urban area. I mean, we could just plop down a gazebo or two. That's boring. What do we have? Do we have any parks? Skate park. Yeah, right. We're running out of road here. Yeah, I'm at a loss a little bit. We could just tree it in. Okay, let's go with the gazebo and do a little bit of path work behind here. And this will be a really nice amenity for the people. Although, we're tight up to the train tracks, so I think this path has to go from the front of the building, which is totally fine. And I'm gonna take snaps off. Do want 90 degrees. Don't have a whole heck of a lot of space here. whoa, whoa. You know, it's not terrible. I don't hate it. But we'll just bend this a touch so it looks a little more reasonable. Well, that's not good. Not the nicest thing I've ever made, but we'll allow it. Okay. And I probably want to get in a fence behind there. We'll do that. We'll save that for the detailing area. Now, this is potentially usable. And I wonder what kind of building we can get in here. Probably a pretty decent sized building. Trying to think how I want to phase this, and let's see what kind of space we have in here. I'm going to say it's about 4x4 reasonably, with some parking perhaps, and then a road coming out that way. Let's see. Do we want the building in first? Let's get the building in first. And this would probably be pretty low rent. So buildings. I think we're going to do residential. I don't want anything too massive. It's not bad, but it's looks a little like what we got on the other side. It might be a little big for this area. Let's see what happens when we go down to 3. And I don't want Eastern. Actually, that's not the worst. What do we have that's a little more modern? Eastern European is typically not the most modern. North American, that's actually okay. So let's scoot it in with a park. I'm gonna turn snaps off. Parking's on that side. Maybe that's too small. No, we'll go 4x4. And let's go back to the North American. Like that. I liked that. North American residential 4x4. That's tall, man. No, we don't want that tall. That's a level 1 too. Jeez. Residential low rent. That's too small. No. Huge. No. Too huge. Too small. Too small. Too ugly. Those are really, really not what I'm looking for here. That's 2 North Americans. Let's try the European ones. Can I filter for that? Yes. Tall. Very tall. Too tall? Yeah, unfortunately, I think it's just a little massive for this tight pocket here. What if I do a width 4, depth 3? Do we get anything? Nothing. Or the other way around. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's more reasonable. Let's put it on this corner, I think. And we can run the road behind it. Speaking of roads, let's do... What are we doing? We do a thin one. Snaps off. So cutting the rail there, just a bit maybe. Let's try to line this up exactly with the roundabout. Having trouble doing that, but I think that's about right. Okay. Oh. Something is off. We missed a segment of the road. Why? Oh, okay, we need anarchy. Oh, anarchy. Oh, that's funny. It just doesn't want to let me do that. Why? Haha. I don't know. Don't know why. You know, I'm thinking we need to shift this road or this building to a different orientation. a little tight to the train tracks. Let's do that. So move it and this way. Yeah, all right. Okay, and then we can get into a little tiny bit of parking here. What kind? I don't know. Probably just the tiniest one, huh? It's not pretty, is it? No, sir. Okay, why do I keep clicking that? Bigger parking. Ooh, no, too big. We don't have anything in between that, do we? Everything else is bigger. I wonder if one of these... Ooh, no, too big. Yeah, this is all bicycles. And why is it doing that? Gravel. Huh. I think we might just have to leave it at that. Call it good enough. Yeah, this building would only need 10 parking lots, right? Makes sense. I wonder if this small Netherlands parking would fit here. Where is that? Undercroft. This is the small one. It's still too big. Yeah. Okay. I think that's all right. We're going to leave it. We'll maybe move this to get away from the train track. Yeah, all right. And then on this side, so the question is, do I want to keep the green space here beside the train station? I think, or do I want to put buildings right up to the edge? I think I want to keep the green space. So we'll do our German again. We'll go pick some 2x2. That's a 2x2. See if it's the right orientation. It is. Great. And can we orient it the same? No, we need a different corner on the other side. But this guy, I think we can go... Ooh, that's tight. I might shift the rail just a bit. But I can't really see... Let's try that. Let's try that. It's becoming a very strange curve. I think it's fine. It's fine. Let's see how far we can get in there with our building here. I'm gonna go with the zoning. Yeah, okay. Okay. I wonder at some point we want a pedestrian overpass here. That's gonna be an interesting one to figure out. Okay, now we need, that was a corner right? Someone died already in there? Jeez. That's a corner right. German residential medium, corner 01, level 3. And we want a corner left. Oh boy. Finding that's going to be fun. Corner left, we want a German, Deutschland. Corner 01, level 3. That should actually be the one I want. Wasn't that hard? Wasn't that hard to find? I wonder, should we? Should we? Should we? We should. Okay, we're gonna get a little more space out of this because I don't want the blankness. Let's see what we can do here. We need some 3x3s. 3x2s rather. Level 4, level 5, level 3. Perfect. And let's see, can we sneak one in the roundabout? Or is it too close to the track? It's pretty hard to see anything there. It's too close to the track. No, I think we're being a little bit ambitious on that one. Let's just get these in. Awesome. Do we need more of these? Might be. Might be. No, we just need a corner. I still have my left corner somewhere. Yeah, this one. Just manually place this right up to the roundabout. Try to match the roof lines. Yeah, I mean, I don't love that it cuts right off and there's this big gap. But what are we gonna do, right? What are you gonna do? So we could put another giant building there, but you can't load a building off a roundabout, as far as I know. And how does it look from this side? Not bad, not bad. We're trying to maximize space. We can't use every little pocket. Like this is gonna be dead zone. And that's all right. Let's color it. Alrighty. Okay, so what's left in our districts here? This district we made. I think south of Fieldstone, we're pretty much done. I can't see a whole lot that we'd want to touch as far as buildings go. Inside the rail pocket, I think we're getting closer. I don't know, we could maybe put, no, we can't put a building there. There's no road access. So we have to just forego that one. Can't get in this pocket. Can't get in here really. Okay, so now we're on the north side of Sheffield then. Great, we've got a ton of room. So there's a pocket, 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 3 pockets, all right. And I don't know, it seems to me like there's a lot of space there. Was I? No, this is actually outside of the district. So we're gonna leave that for a future episode. But these ones up top here, yeah, okay, let's go. Wonder what might fit in there. How are we doing for parks? We've got this big park here. Gosh, which one is it? There it is. So oh, the hotel's actually acting as a park. But we're I don't know, I feel like we're a little thin on parks. It's not wonderful. It's also not terrible because it's all green. Park coverage says it's good. But this is a downtown with a massive amount of human beings in it. I think I want to get in. Would it be terrible just to put parking in there? I mean, this has parking. We don't have any parking anywhere else. Presumably the hospital would have underground. This might all be underground parking. Let's just play. We're playing the game today. Without a plan or care. That almost fits perfectly. We have a couple of stalls that go too far, but if I can get in there and delete, oh, that would delete quite a lot of it. Can I just move it enough? Still get one of these over. That's a bugger. I want to make this work somehow. So, actually, okay, we're gonna maybe take a slightly different approach. I think I know what to do. So let's do a parking lot road. That will serve our purposes just as well. This one should do it. Yeah. And we can actually sneak that right all the way through. Connect to both. Yes! Yes, my friend. Don't love the median in the middle. Why is there a median? Can we get rid of the median? Yeah, must be, right? This, okay. Divided, yeah, that's the problem. Oh, and that's actually a lot smaller, so that's even better. Good, so now we're leaving room for a little something something on this corner, which I think might be a tiny high density building. And let's see how much space we've got. We've got about, I'm gonna guess 5 by 5. Let's see if it squeezes. What we can squeeze. Search. Turn off the German filter. We will see. Oh, some smaller. The palm trees are killing me. That's not going to work. I don't mind the low density, or the low height, actually. Oh, we're on the left corners. I'm going to turn this off. Now we're talking. Okay, so much bigger. Okay. Not really aesthetic. We're going for way too big. Way too big. Interesting. That's not bad. Not bad. Yeah, I can live with that. Okay. Color-wise, fine. Totally fine. And then over here, we want to do something similar. So we already got parking for that building. I wonder if I can find... Look at that jagged shadow. Okay. I wonder if I can find a building with a parking lot built in. Let's try. And we have quite a bit of space here. I wonder if I can get a 6x6 in there, although that might be too ambitious. Let's see what we have. Let's stick with residential. I feel like maybe the UK might have something feasible here. Ooh, the blue kind of matches, doesn't it? It's very dwarfed by the other one. Too small and thin. Too low, medium density. What about these? These aren't pretty. Okay, that's not gonna work. What else you got? Chinese. Too big, actually. We're gonna have to go down. We don't want to choke it out, right? We don't want to be too dense. Oops. Something jumped. If only these low rent weren't quite so basic looking. That's also pretty basic looking. It's too utilitarian. That's too short. Southwest is out. Northwest is probably out as well. There's a little too boring. UK's out. That leaves us with what? Standard residential? Not pretty. No, low rent. I don't think we're gonna do that. We're gonna find it. French, no. EU, maybe. That's pretty tall. That's pretty tall. Would it be reasonable though to get another tower in there? A smaller one? No, it's pretty huge. That's beautiful. Is that too big? I don't think it is. I think we're going to keep that. Yeah, okay, we're going with that. And then we could even... I don't think I can fit a parking lot in there again. Can we do are there small 2-lane parking lot roads? There's a one-way parking. Okay. Yeah, I just can't move that over anymore. But we could try this. 90 degrees, please. All right. It's just a touch extra parking. We can make that work. That's obviously not nearly enough parking for this building, but I don't want a city that looks like Houston in the 80s with nothing but parking lots. Okay, so we've got in those buildings. We're not going down. There's a tier here, so we're not going to go down the tier. I'm not going to go down in here. What's left to do? I think it's possibly just detailing. Amazing. Did I forget anything? Let's look at this district. Make sure we didn't forget any little corners. like we're pretty good. I mean, I might explore this area a little bit more off camera and see what we can fix or come up with, but I kind of like it. Okay, so let's move on to some detailing. Let's do this. And we're going to start right here because I see an opportunity to expand this surface. Not sure why there are just so many nodes. Why would they do that? I'm sure there's a reason. That's pretty cool. We can even tighten this up a little bit. Ah, yes. Now we have a concrete jungle, don't we? Very nice. We got a pathway through here. This is looking pretty cool. What would we do in this concrete area? Would we have tables for eating? We certainly would have a railing on this wall here. But we don't need to get that crazy. We can fit in some trees though. Let's go. Tree time. Something small will be nice. Like the ever popular poplar. That maybe is too small. No, it's good. The only thing is, yeah, it works fine. Great. I think we might have a few along this side as well. Yeah, that's pretty neat. I don't think we're gonna do it on up top here though. We could, no, I don't know. Let's get some bigger trees in here. And we don't want a line. Just kind of want to stagger them between those other boxes. Yeah, let the city breathe, man. Give them some trees here. Shadows on the buildings are rather hard to deal with. Because we're not in a equatorial latitude, I think that's maybe why. It doesn't really help, does it? Let's try noon. No, even at noon it's significant shadows. How can we reduce the shadows as much as possible? We can't. We just can't. So we'll leave it. Not gonna fuss with it. Okay. And then in this area, you know what? Let's adjust the track gravel a little bit. Trying not to delete it here. All right. Now a fence behind the train track would be absolutely crucial. And what kind of fence? Something high. Like this. I mean, this is the railroad. They're not going to want to spend more money than they have to. So let's find something a little more basic. Industrial. Yeah, probably going to be industrial, right? Ooh, and this is a network, so that might actually work in our favor to snap. It's not snapping to anything, is it? Well, it might be more precise anyway. I do like the way that looks. Yeah. No, actually, I'm not seeing that being realistic. I'm seeing more like a privacy fence, something that you can't see through. I mean, it'd be cool if we had even something with greenery on it. Something we can't see through would be great. Let's try this one. Yeah, all right. I'll allow it. I'm gonna come at it from this way so I can try not to see all this. Oh, and this is snapping. That's cool. Fantastic. Snapping to the wrong thing now. What is it snapping to? I can't really tell. Well, we're going to turn the snaps off. If we come right up to there, that should do it. Yeah. How do we like our fence? Oh, yes. Oh, they're all different colors. Okay. Well, we can fix that somehow. We'll fix that at the end. Let's get the other fence in on the other side. These people's backyards are going to be very sad. Only because they're right tied up to the railroad. But hey, we're downtown. Space is at a premium. I hope I can recolor these, because that would be really unfortunate if that was not the case. How would this work? You know, we gotta keep going. There we go. All right. Now, I think there's maybe one more side I need to do. Is there? No, we got them all. So recolor. Hey, is that gonna work? I don't know. Let's find out. Can you even select that? I don't think so. Oh, that's going to be very unfortunate if I cannot recolor that. Palette. Uh-huh. Darn. Am I going to have to go one by one to color that? Interesting. I've never actually seen this menu. I have no idea where it's coming from. But you know what? I'm not going to make you suffer through watching me change the color of that fence, so we're going to just do it off camera after the fact. All right, let's populate this with some trees here. We're just going block by block here. I wish those helicopters would just stop, because that's a little bit annoying. Oh yeah, we gotta make sure we're not snapping to the tops of objects, because then this happens. We get trees on trees. Did any of these other go on trees? Oh, this is a little too close, buddy. There you are. Sure, sure. Got shadows. We've got shadows, guys. Getting better, getting better. Okay, we've got that. This parking lot is already pretty nicely treed in, although, do I want to? No, I'm not going to mess with it. It's all good. Alright, that looks fine. This looks fine. I wish I could get rid of these shadows. That's not fine. I would think there'd be a lot of vegetation in these unused spaces behind. So I kind of want to block off the train tracks here. And give these residents a really nice place to sit down. Adjusting the surfaces over here too would be good. Why am I selected on a... Huh. Oh, I selected on the fence still. There we go. Just had to click. Yeah, alright. Okay. Trying to cover it up a little bit. Give ourselves kind of a nice looking area in here. And let's do a line of bushes. And we want the wall to wall mode. Fence mode should do it. Yep, we'll go all the way back. No, will we? I don't think anyone's ever gonna want bushes back there. This is great. This is fine. Now that would probably block the visibility in the intersection, so we'll take one back. Take them all out. Leave it clear. Good, good, good. And here we probably have some scrub, because who knows who's getting in here to actually clean things up, right? There'd just be a mass of bushes over here. There would be crews coming in to clean up the train tracks, but they wouldn't be too concerned about how it looks, I'm guessing. And so we're not going to be too concerned either. But we will try to get some little trees in here, maybe a actual tree. Leaving that alone. And then unfortunately this inner piece here, totally unusable land. What a bummer. But that's it. Who designed the city? Wild, wild bushes. Let them grow, let them grow. Alright, good enough for that. Might have a few in the middle here, but do we want to bother? I don't think we did want to bother. tight in here, isn't it? Good stuff, actually. I'm liking this. This is looking good. This is looking good. Looking good, looking good. So I'm wondering if we've finished the area around the train station. There's something doesn't look right here. And I'm wondering if it just needs to be a surface and actual grass. Or do we need bigger trees? I mean, these are... No, I don't want to block the view, so maybe we'd leave that alone. Leave it alone. We can get in some more trees here, though. Don't want to block any sight lines down this road, so I'm trying not to. These little trees here are so sad looking. How do I replace? Is there a replace mode? Yeah. Change tree age tool, and we want to see. I've never messed with this before. I don't know if it's gonna work. I'm gonna click it. Do I want single? No. Oh, it works. Look at that. I think we made them bigger. Yeah. They're still pretty small as far as trees go. Do I want any more? I think there might be a beautiful little tree in front of this building. Oh, that's the walkway. No, we're not going to do that. Okay, leave it alone. And in here? Yeah, we've been in here. That is fine. I think we're pretty sorted out in this area. Let's go out nuts on this block. Hard to see anything in here. And I might sort of adjust this. Give ourselves a bit more space. More grass. Yeah. And that's as far as we're gonna go. We'll get some more trees in here though. Something bigger. Can't even see that, can you? Let's try to switch the lighting here. Okay. It's not awful, but it's not great either. What a path? Do I want a path? I can't sneak a path through here, really. Would be great to get a path from this to this, but is that a door there? No. That's fine. It's fine. Let's get some more bushes. Love that. As promised, we're covering up that terrible decal that snuck. Oh, look at the reflection in the building. That's pretty cool. I think that's fine. It looks sort of like it's intentionally landscaped. Why wouldn't we sort of block the view to the crematorium? Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. That poor crematorium underneath the underneath the railroads. That's fine. And then we got space here. You know, this is actually quite nicely jazzing up the place. Would be quite nice to live up here in the forested area. I think the front of the building, we're going to leave it alone. And I think we've got enough trees in here to say stop. Maybe one over here. Too insane. It's a nice little apple tree. Good. And then I think we'll call that block done. I might get a few little... Okay, we're going to do this. Let's see if this was going to actually work. We're turning anarchy off. And we're going to use our populate tree. We're going to go very small. See if we can actually get some in here. Can. Just some bushes. And actually, I think we can go a little wider. Let's see if we can get those bushes in there. And anarchy off because we do not want to get these all on the train tracks. That would make a mess. How do the bushes look? Pretty realistic in my estimation. Yeah, we're looking a little messy because hey, it's train tracks. It's not manicured. No one's ever gonna see it. Now, I think we'll call that done. The hospital, very stark grounds here, and this fence, it's not working for me. Don't want a fence. Take it out. Of course, it's not gonna let me just do the whole fence. I have to do one at a time. Okay, that's easy enough. Are you landing right there? Really? Okay. It's an interesting choice. Right, so then what do we do with the hospital? It's got to be prettier than this, right? Let's get lines of trees in here, and I think this popular might be perfect. We don't want a fence mode, but we do want a standard spacing. Maybe 10 meters. Anarchy on, because I like anarchy. How do we like that? Seems okay. Perfect. Almost tempted to change the latitude of this build so that I'm not struggling with the shadows here. Okay, that made it a little bit more professional looking. Now we want a little few trees here and there. Nothing too much, just enough to fill it out a little bit. Yeah, okay. The hospital's got its own grounds, air quotes. The Grand Hotel. I'm not going to touch this much except to pull this surface over. Just fill out the corner. Good enough. Don't overdo it. All right. Done? Question mark? Yes. Up here, I think we just, again, adjust the surfaces. But make it look like we're going out to the corner. Is that an entranceway? It's garbage. But we'd need for trucks to get there. So let's actually pull that out. All right. Whoa, hello. What the heck was that? Let's sneak that right to the corner. Looks like it's actually meant to be like that, right? And we'll get some trees in. Love these oaks. You can kind of use them anywhere. Fill things out. Not much we can do about the shadows on this side, can we? We're living in shadow. Best we can do. All right. We've blocked our driveway, haven't we? No, we haven't. We're good. Yes, good. That's another one. Okay, this one has a hedge around it. I don't think I want a hedge, at least not on this side. Or we can maybe rebuild it. I think we're going to rebuild it. Yeah, that's what we'll do. So let's see if we can select hedge high. Oh, and it is a network, so that's fantastic. Almost looks like it was meant to be there, right? Okay, and then we tree that in, a little pocket here. Cool enough, cool enough. All right, that block we are calling done. This block needs to adjust a touch. Why there's a huge massive fence? I don't really know. I don't know why the game is obsessed with fences. Take it out. Got it, okay. I guess the reason was because parking. They didn't want people just driving right in, but well, what are you gonna do? And this one, I think we're just gonna stretch the whole thing. Stretch it out, stretch it out. Now, as far as a barrier, so cars don't drive there, I think the curb is the barrier, right? Who's going to be silly enough to drive over that barrier? Okay. Although this is really concrete, isn't it? We get some trees in this concrete. Are cars driving through there? I think they are, actually. So we might want to just double check. There's actually a car pathway there, I think. So we leave that. Okay, that's great. And then in this corner, let's stretch the... Yes. Repurpose this. give it another grass surface here. Very good. We like grass. We like grass a lot. And we'll tree it in. I feel like this one I might be a little more intentional with it. Doing a poor man's hedge with my not so steady hand, but it is very satisfying to do it by hand. I highly recommend it. I wouldn't do a lot of it though, unless you want carpal tunnel syndrome. I remember watching Imperator do vineyards, and he would he would do these lines. He was doing a vanilla build, and he would do these lines of what looked like grapes for wine. And the guy would do the speed build on like 4x speed, and he would just spend what obviously was hours and hours doing lines of vineyards by hand. So I'm not going to go that hardcore, but I do want to kind of make this look a little neat, and I think we've accomplished that here. Don't love these pine trees in the middle of the downtown. They look a bit scraggy and not so urban, but something like this is better. Even some bushes in the corner here. Make it look like it's intentionally landscaped. And then something smaller, yeah. I feel like we're not done. I don't want to fire too many big trees in there. So I don't want to block the view. All right. Yes, yes, yes. Good. Okay, how about this building here? I don't think there's anything necessary. It's pretty flush. Gosh, the sun, man. Just turn that off. That's slightly better. All right, up top here is looking good. We are okay over there. We are okay here. I'm gonna say this is pretty done. I don't know what we're doing underneath this train track right now. A whole lot of nothing, I suppose. It's it's a problem for another day. And I did go through and stretch all the surfaces to the corners to make this actually look like a fit, but I did not put in any trees. So let's go first with the big boys, the oaks, get them where we can. They're really quite gorgeous. There's not a lot of free space here, huh? But we're gonna do what we can. I like the idea of not letting it be completely concrete in every one of these blocks. So where I can find something that fits, we're going to fit it. Even in the middle of these blocks here, I mean, there's no reason we can't get a couple trees in there. Something like that's a little too tight. We'll maybe find some smaller trees to fit in there. But we're gonna do it. It's too big. I'm extremely excited to get them in on the corners here, but Sometimes it's tight, you know? Too big. Pretty big. Don't know how realistic it would be for an apple tree to be in the middle of this area, but... Well, give them apples. Give them apples. Yeah, it's a little tight in here. We are definitely urban. And that's exactly what we're going for. We were looking for a very urban area. And we've got it. Going to have to look closer at this area. Oh, that's ripe for some trees. Absolutely. Let's get our handy poplar. Chestnut? Yeah, chestnut. Why not? We've got the space. 10 meters. Let's see how that works. Yes. Why not? Even get an oak or two in here. Make it green, man. Make it green. What are we doing? Oh, there goes my screen again. Something's up with my monitor. It started going on and off at the most random times. We're making it work. Good. Good, good. Yeah, it's looking really quite filled in. And I wonder, have we missed anything? Something like this. Green it up, man. Green it up. They've got the green roofs. So might as well have the green courtyards. And here, kind of makes sense for a few more. I'm not touching this park anymore. It is fine. We get in here though. These little pockets. Don't touch this train station. I will give them a bit more over here though. Oh, I don't know where to stop, guys. I'm kind of thinking I don't want to overdo it. I also don't want it to be a missed opportunity for making things beautiful. So I feel like we're right there. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Oh, we could use a few more trees in this area. This is too stark. That's better. I'm an old big guy there. And apples. Yes, coming together. I'm not messing with this because it's perfection. Why would you mess with perfection, right? Block by block gets it done. That's how we do it. Trees everywhere. Oh yes, here's a great spot for a tree. Give them shade. Yes. I honestly don't know what I'm covering up inside these little holes, but from the top, from aerial view, it's going to look amazing. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Good. Yes. Wouldn't want to have too many big trees by the train tracks because trees die, they fall over, they block train tracks. You don't want a disaster. You definitely do not want any disasters. Although here, nah, not going too crazy. I feel like maybe the hospital is a little too stark. It's hard to know when to stop, you know? But at some point you have to call it. And I don't know when to stop. No, we're going to call it. This is making me very happy. This city is looking alive. This city it's not perfect, but man, I'm really pleased by how it's turning out. I don't know, what do you think? Why am I getting, oh, yeah, there we go. Turn off everything. It's looking good. Yeah, this is looking good. It's very under trafficked right now. There's hardly anybody here. But of course, we don't have neighborhoods around this downtown yet, which is obviously unrealistic, and it's causing the lack of traffic. But once we get more train lines in here, once we get a subway network running, then we're gonna have a whole ton of, oh my god, I'm imagining it now. We're gonna have such a busy downtown. We're gonna have to be really careful about our public transit. But I'm really pleased with the way this is turning out. This is really, really cool. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your ideas, your thoughts, your complaints even. I'll take them. I'll make a better city out of it. So no wrong comments in this build. So, and by the way, if you want to support me, you can go over to patreon.com/GWV Gaming with Vindicator, and you can download the save game of this series. I do the save games after every official episode, which this is not. This is just a stream. So, but let me know if you'd like to actually get the save game after every stream, because that's something I can do quite easily, and happy to do it. So yeah, grab the save game, play with it. Tell me what you would do differently, what you would change, what you want to see next. All of this stuff on the right side is going to go. This is just my placeholder buildings, so that whole island's going to be rethought. Yeah, I'm pleased. And I still love the game, you know. They keep adding functionality, I'll keep playing it. They keep adding buildings and assets, I'll keep playing it. So the only thing is time. Finding time is proving to be difficult with a couple of businesses and a 6-year-old, and summer coming and it's turning nice outside. So, but we'll see you as soon as I can. I love this game. I love the community. And thanks so much for watching. I love that you've took the time today to spend with me. And I hope you enjoyed. Okay, thanks a lot. We'll see you soon.